Lovelies, and welcome back. As you can tell already, this is a really small build, but I actually didn't go over the top this time. Woohoo! So other than base game, I actually only used 3 packs, so that is amazing. For me, this is like the world's best thing ever, because I didn't go over the top for once. Yay! Anyway, so those packs are seasons, get together, and outdoor retreat, obviously. So as you can tell, I had a lot of trouble just trying to figure out the basics of this build to start with. I wanted it to be underground, and then we had this issue with the roofing, so I ended up bringing it above ground, whichever, onto the first floor, and then those problems still continued, and I didn't know how to even add it all together, and I wanted some bits showing and other bits not. And in all honesty, I'm sort of sitting here confused. I'm not entirely sure how I managed to get it the way I did, but I believe I actually put flooring over the roof that matched the top, and it is very simple. Like, going straight into decoration here. So this is a nice small build. It's for a rental in the, I was about to say Glimmerbrick, but it's not, it's Granite Falls. And this build was basically a few hours away from doing the very much so far failed recreation of one of the houses in Grand Theft Auto, and to be honest, I was just procrastinating. I didn't know what else to do. I was getting stressed, so I thought I would do something really different, really out there, and try and make it work. And as you can tell, I've gone back up to the floor to just try and make it so I could have a little gradient style going into the build itself, so it wasn't a direct cliff-edge drop, which unfortunately is what I ended up with. But that was one compromise out of 2, I think. This whole build went so smoothly, except for like those 2 little bits that I was hoping for. I really cannot complain at all. So now we're going on to the second part, which literally took me forever to figure out, and then I just had to really compromise with it, and it's kind of why we've got really big looking chimneys that just look completely out of proportion. So as you can tell, we've got this smaller roof, and when it was smaller and there was like a way leading into the lower floor without it being covered, you could see the walls and like the decoration, the wall decoration, etc. You could see the wallpaper perfectly fine, and so I needed to create a way in which we could see that from above. And apparently this is quite a common glitch, and it kind of never been fixed. Yay! But basically the only way I could do it was unfortunately by using full walls. I really was hoping I could use half walls and it'd be quite a nice cute little chimney in there, but no, apparently that was not acceptable enough, so I end up having to use the really big walls and then just sort of trying to stick a chimney on top. So if you look at this build and you think, oh my gosh, those chimneys are way over the top, I completely agree. It worked and it done what I wanted it to do, but at the same time, half walls would have just been perfect for this. Hopefully it'll get fixed, but if not, it is what it is. At least I now know how to get around it, and now you do if you want to do a build like this. It's quite a simple fix. It's just frustrating that there's a limited amount of things you can use to create that fix. So anyway, once I finally got over the fact that, you know, it's got to be full walls, or I can have a full wall here and a half wall there, but then for some reason that room over there is still all glitchy and I don't know why, so it took me majority of this build to actually just get over myself and just accept that this is what it was going to be. So I kind of, rather than having the whole bottom part of it pointing out. I just made little chimney areas, and to be honest, I loved that sort of little vibe it gave. It made it look cozier, and it really helped with that romantic aura trait as well, just adding in fireplaces. But as you can see, trying to be as stubborn as possible, I still go back to those half walls, which it doesn't work, and sometimes being stubborn just doesn't help you at all. So obviously had a lot of trouble accepting this part. So finally we kind of actually see what's going on in the interior, and as you can tell, I've tried to keep it quite natural. I wanted to stick with the idea of a small little cabin in the woods. You know, the interior is very simple, lots of wood, etc., very rustic looking. I didn't want it to sort of be completely out there. The whole idea really was that it would be a cabin in the woods but underground, with these awesome windows that you can stargaze from, and try and get that whole romantic sort of, I don't know what I'm saying, I'm waving my hands around, like that whole romantic feeling just kind of within the build itself. But apparently waving my arms around did help, so yay. So I used, as I usually forget to mention, I used move objects, as well as show hidden objects is something I usually use in a lot of my builds and always forget to mention. Particularly in this one I actually didn't, but I'm going to mention it now while I'm thinking about it. So if you go and get any of my builds, because I'm a complete numpty and never mention it, you might want to, you know, take a mental note or something, write it down, etc. I don't know, but I really am rubbish at telling that actually I use these cheats, so you're going to need them. And I've even gone to place things myself and got confused about, why are these things disappearing? Why is it not working anymore? And then, you know, I go back to the other gameplay and I'm like, but it's fine here. And then go into my next one like, well, I don't know, I just messed it up. So yeah, that's something I'm brilliant at doing apparently. So anyway, waffling on as per usual. Hope you enjoy watching the interior. I get a little bit carried away obviously. I created this outside area just to kind of make a community space as well, where you can invite people over, etc., and other holiday makers, have a little barbecue, and yeah, I don't really know what else to say. And then we'll go to the other side of the garden and you've got like painting, etc. Just really wanted to bring that activity side. This is such a small build on the inside that I didn't really know what else to add, but really makes it sort of a little bit more foresty aspect by adding the barbecue and the little seats, especially those wooden seats. I absolutely love them. And just planting all the trees and voila, there's a forest. That's basically what I was thinking. Anyway guys, I hope you liked this video. Sorry if I've been a little bit inconsistent. I feel like my brain is slowly fading away. And enjoy your day, be nice to each other, and stay awesome.